Hey everybody, thanks for watching. We appreciate that. Today we are working with our new stump grinder. This is the SC48 Vermeer TX with the tracks. And we just recently got the remote installed, which, oh my God, it's just night and day when you are running one of these machines. You know, if you're doing a small stump, it's really not a big deal if it's only going to take you a half hour or 20 minutes. But when you're doing some of these bigger jobs, especially this one here, it's really hard to tell, but it's on a pretty good incline. First we're coming through here and we're sweeping all the roots out of the area, which is so important because, a lot of times when you're doing estimates for these stump grinding things, people are like, oh my God, how much or what's it going to do? This is the right way. This is a start to finish job here. We take out all the roots and we go back through and we take the stump. I'm pretty sure we went down to 6 to 8 inches below the surface here, and there's really nothing left of that stump. There might be some roots down deep, but most of it is definitely gone. As you'll see in the end of the video, I did some nice pictures there, and we raked it out by hand with the steel rake. It came out really nice. But back to the machine. So if you've seen some of my earlier videos, we had got into the stump grinding business. I won't get too far into that, but we had purchased a Vermeer SC48 I really thought that was going to be the machine. It was cool. It was a good deal. It had, fully hydraulic machine, 4-wheel drive. It just seemed like it was going to be the thing. But speed-wise, oh my gosh, it was just really slow. I don't want to knock the machine because it was a great machine, but it just didn't have the speed or the power to do anything like this job in particular. I would have been on that for probably 2-3 hours. I had done several stumps, more than a dozen with that machine, and the speed was just really, really slow. This machine is so much faster. It's so much more powerful. It just gets the job done, and it gets the job done correctly. I don't know if you've ever been grinding a stump for more than 2 or 3 hours. Boy, you start to burn out. Everything starts to look at it. You're like, yeah, that's good enough. Let's get it out of here. But this machine's really great. And again, back to the remote. Being able to walk around the machine, being able to see exactly what you're going. You can hear it when you hit a rock, but this way you can kind of walk around and see, oh, that rock's not that big. We could get it out. You can also back the machine up a little bit, and you can go in there by hand and remove the rocks without having to shut the machine down, because when you use the remote, you no longer have what they call the operator presence. In other words, if you take your hands off of the joysticks on the machine will shut down, or the wheel will turn off anyway, which is kind of inconvenient sometimes because you just need to run over there and either grab a rock or kick it out of the way or something so it doesn't go flying. So that's another nice bonus. Sometimes I'll actually sit down, like this one was on a pretty big hill, so I was able to just like sit in the grass actually, and see that dust right there? That's how you know you hit a rock. Anyway, it's nice to sit down and take a break, move around, visibility. And it's really kind of cool, watching that big machine. See, there me grabbing a rock, tossing it out of the way. But it's pretty cool seeing that big machine just kind of move all by itself. You got full control of it, There's another angle here to get down so you guys can see like how deep we went down on this one here and got it out of the ground totally. Can't be happier with this machine. You know, as I learned myself, I don't think you ever have enough power. You could always use more power, you know. So I'm sure the 70 horsepower machine shows this one up a little bit. But, you know, there's a price line and you've got to figure out where you're going to go and how much you're going to spend on things. So this is the machine we have. We couldn't be happier with it, as I said earlier. And just look how this thing goes. It's got such nice control. It's got a like a bump feature, which is really cool. As you can see, the tracks, instead of using the joysticks to move the machine forward, it has like a button, and you just tap that button and it'll just bump it. You can hold the button and move it farther, but you can bump it forward and back, which is really great. You have to use the joysticks if you want to angle it or turn it, but you know, from a wheeled machine to a track machine, when you have to angle or turn the machine, it's night and day also, because turning it with the tracks, you can get a whole nother bit of angle when you're trying to sweep, if the sweep isn't big enough, you know. So that works really great. Super happy with that. A little weird to get used. This is my first track machine. A little weird to get used to the tippiness, especially coming off the trailer. It's a little funky, but so far I'm getting the hang of it, and everything's been working great. Like I said, I have no regrets on this machine. Love it. Actually, this day we did probably 2 jobs. I think we took out about 8 stumps prior to this one, and I was able to get the whole day done, even moving it and loading it, in less than 6 hours, which was just amazing for the timeline, you know. And there you go, folks. This is the last little bit. There was one tiny root. We had to come back in and just get rid of that, but we did. This came out so good. I was so happy with this. The customer was ecstatic. And we'll back down on this one, and I have some pictures in the end after we raked it out where you can just see like how nice the area came out. This will be really easy to throw a little topsoil, get some seed down, and he'll have a nice smooth area over here. We actually took out another little stump in the woods when we backed down there. We just threw that in because we were there. But yeah, so if you have any questions or you have one of these machines, feel free. There it is, finished picture. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.